In this video, we are going to do two questions from the chapter probability, and that's based on success and failure. Now, let's begin with the first question. In this question from the chapter probability, it says past record shows that 80% of the operations performed by a certain doctor were successful. So we can figure out from here that success rate is 80%, that is 80 over 100. 80 over 100 can be reduced to be written as 4 over 5. And then we are going to get Q, which is failure, which is 1 minus P, and P is what? 4 over 5. So it implies Q is what? 5 minus 4, that is 1 over 5. Now, if I read it further, it says if he performs 4 operations in a day, what is the probability that at least 3 operations were successful? Right. So we now know that n here is 4, and what we have to get is px as greater than equal to 3. At least 3 implies 3 or more than 3. Now check here, that is px greater than 3 implies what? Either px equal to 3, or that means 3 and more than 3 is what? 4 only, as n is 4. Now after that, we are going to apply this relation of probability. It says px is equal to r as NCR. So n in this case is what? N is 4, 4CR, and R for this is 3. P raised to the power R, and P from here is what? 4 over 5. So that's 4 over 5 raised to the power R, which is 3. Q raised to the power n minus R. Q is 1 over 5 raised to the power n minus R. That is 4 minus 3 is what? 1. Plus next is NCR, which is n in this case is 4 and R is 4 as well. P raised to the power n, and n is 4 over here, and value of P is what? 4 over 5 raised to the power. This is 4, and Q raised to the power 0, so 1 over 5 raised to the power 0. What is 4C4? 4C4 is 4, and this is 4 raised to the power 3. Right, from here we can write 5 raised to the power 4. Plus this is NC, n is 1, and we have this as what? 4 over 5 raised to the power 4. This is raised to the power 4 again. Now check here, this also is 4 raised to the power 4 again. So we can still write this as what? 4 raised to the power 4 only. So we can see that this is being multiplied twice. So its calculation will involve 2 multiplied by 4 raised to the power 4 is what? 60. 16 into 16, that is 64. And this is 25 into 25 is what? 625. No, we did a mistake. 16 into 16 is 256. This is 256. So 2 into 256 is what? 512, and this is 625. Yeah, this will be the required probability for having at least 3 operations being successful. In this question from the chapter probability, the question says, in 4 throws with a pair of dice, what is the probability of throwing a doublet at least twice? So if you talk about the getting a doublet, if you look into the samples point, this is the sample point of throwing a 2 dice together, or a pair of dice, and the doublets over here will be what? These are the doublets: 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 and 6 6. So they are 6 in number, and total is 36. So we can say the success is what? 6 over 36. This is 6 over 36. That means 1 over 6. So if I say P is 1 over 6, then what should be Q? Q is 1 minus P. So 1 minus 1 by 6 would be what? 5 over 6. So we got P and Q, and then we need to figure out what is X here. So if you read it again, it says X is what? At least 2. So at least 2 stands for what? Px greater than equals to 2. This is what? This is P either X is equal to 2, not either, it's X is equal to 2. Greater than 2 is what? X equals 3. Right, and we are throwing it, right? We have to first write down n here, that I forgot to write. N is 4 here, so this is px equals to 3, and we can go up to px equals 4 here, right? That's what. Now we are going to use this formula to calculate it. Now check for px is equal to 2 is going to be what? This is for I'm getting for this. Let me show you what I'm finding here. For px is equal to 2. So it's NC0, NCR. N is what? 4, CR is 2, P raised to the power P is 1 over 6, raised to the power R is 2, and Q raised to the power N minus R, so 5 over 6, Q from here, N minus R, 4 minus 2 is what? 2. Now for getting Px is equal to, for getting Px is equal to 3, this is 4C3, P raised to the power N, and N is 3 here, Q raised to the power N minus R. So N minus R, 4 minus 3 is 1. And lastly, we have to get this, that is Px is equal to 4. So for Px is equal to 4, it's going to be what? 4C4, right? Here N is 4 and R is 4. So 4C4, N raised to the power, P raised to the power R, and R is 4, and Q raised to the power N minus R, and 5 over 6 raised to the power N minus R, that is 4 minus 4, that is 0 here. Now rest is calculation only. So 4C4 is what? 6. And this is 1 over 36. And this is 25 over 6. Right. Plus we have this 4C4 is 4 only. Then we can see that this is 6 raised to the power 3. That is 1 over 216 into 5 over 6. And then lastly, it is 4C4 is 1, and 6, that's 1 over 6 raised to the power 4 is how much? 216 into 6, that's 1296. This is 1296 into 1. Now this is also 1296. This also should give you 1296. So I can take LCM straight away. I'm going to take LCM as 1296. This is how much? 25 into 6 should give you how much? 150. It should be 150 plus 4 into 5 is 20, and then 1. So that comes out to be 171 over 1296. Right. So is it divisible? Can it be reduced? This is 7 plus 1, 8, 1, 9, 2, 1, 3. Yeah, it's divisible by 3. So I'm going to reduce it by 3. 3 5 times 15, and 7 times 21. 3 4 times, 3 3 times, and 3 2 times. It can further be reduced. Yes, it can be reduced further by 3 again. If I reduce, this is 5 19 times. 3 19 times, 3 1 times, 3 4 times, and 4 times. Yes, so we'll declare 19 over 144 as the answer for this question.